Hey, fourth grade, we are going to be talking about our new essential question and genre and vocabulary for the week. So I know it's been a little bit since we have done this, but as usual, we have an essential question, and this week's is how can one person make a difference? So this also goes right along with what we are talking about with Black History Month. Each of our daily people have made a difference in some way, and they have done things to help our country in all sorts of ways. So, the first thing that we're going to talk about is our genre, which is a biography. So, we will be watching a little brain pop video about biographies. So, here it is.
I came in second place, Moby. One day, I'll run as fast as Wilma Rudolph. Wilma Rudolph was an Olympic runner. I'm writing a biography on her. What is a biography? A biography is a book that tells about a person's life. Biographies are non-fiction, so they tell about real people and describe events that really happened. Right, Moby. Biographies can be about people from history, and they can also be about people who are alive today. They can even be about someone you know. When you're writing a biography, you should choose a person that really interests you. I'm writing a biography on Wilma Rudolph because she led an exciting life, and she's one of my heroes. How do you start writing a biography? Well, first, think of questions you have about the person. You could write them down in a chart. Who was Wilma Rudolph? Where did she grow up? Why is she important? Then you can try to answer your questions. How can you gather information about your subject? When you research, you gather information about a topic. You can visit the library to research and learn more about your person. You can also go on the internet to research and learn more. Cool! Here's a video of Wilma Rudolph at the 1960 Olympic Games. While you research, take notes and try to answer your questions. You may come up with even more questions while you're researching. How do you write a rough draft? I start by organizing an outline of my notes. Then, I start to write a rough draft in my own words. A rough draft is an early version of a piece of writing. Wilma Rudolph was born in 1940 in Tennessee. In high school, she ran on the track and field team. Later, she ran in the 1960 Olympic Games and won 3 medals. What do you think, Moby? You're right. I need to revise my writing a bit and make some changes. How can you revise a biography? My rough draft just lists facts about Wilma Rudolph. It doesn't explain why she's exciting to me. Let's see. I'm gonna add a bit. Wilma was the 20th child in a family of 22 kids. She was born with a twisted leg and had a hard time walking. When she was young, African Americans were not treated the same as whites. But Wilma Rudolph worked hard and didn't let anything stop her. She became the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in the Olympic Games. Her life taught me that you shouldn't let anything hold you back from making your dreams come true. I included my own ideas about Wilma Rudolph, and I hope they'll make my writing more exciting for my readers. After you revise and write your final draft, it's important to proofread. Look over your work for mistakes in capitalization, spelling, and punctuation. Read your biography out loud or to a friend, and make sure all your sentences make sense. What do you think of my biography, Moby? Thanks, Moby!
So, like the video said, a biography is a story or book or a piece of writing written about another person. So somebody else is writing about another person. So you guys read a small biography of Martin Luther King Jr. in the past couple weeks. It's a way to be able to talk about somebody who did something great with their life or just kind of give information about them. So the book that we are going to be reading next week is going to be a biography of a man who did a lot with civil rights. So when we read that, we are going to be talking about timelines, which you guys talked about last week with the Martin Luther King as well, where all of our events are going to go in order. So it's going to start when he was younger and then move their way forward. So let's go through our vocab. Our words are boycott, mistreated, injustice, registered, fulfill, qualified, encouragement, and protest. Our first word is boycott. Joan bought apples instead of grapes after she joined the grape boycott. So to boycott means to plan in joining others to refuse to buy an item or deal from a person, nation, or business. So we talked about the bus boycotts of Montgomery. They chose not to ride the bus in order to take a stand against segregation. Next words, mistreated. Tom felt the dog's former owner had harmed or mistreated her. People who are mistreated are treated badly by others. So in that example, they thought that the dog might have been mistreated. Injustice. The children felt that it was an injustice as they were not allowed on the roller coaster because they were too short. An injustice is a lack of justice or fairness. So something is unjust, it's not fair. Registered. The woman gave her address so she could be registered to vote. When you are registered, you have your name put on a list. So you can register for like baseball league. You can register to vote. You can register to do all sorts of things, and your name is put on a list indicating that you want to do that certain thing. Fulfill. Jules got to fulfill his dream of performing in the school talent show. To fulfill means to carry out or finish. So you guys might have things that you want to fulfill, a dream you want to fulfill one day, something you want to do. Qualified. Dr. Smith is more qualified than the nurse to tell what treatment the boy needs. Qualified person has the needed abilities to do something. So if you are, I am qualified to be a teacher because I went through the education system and took classes and got my degree. Encouragement. The encouragement we needed to win the game came from our fans. So encouragement is support that inspires hope and confidence. So you guys have people who encourage you to do the correct things, including your teachers and your friends and your parents. When you encourage someone, you are giving them hope and confidence. And protest. The children decided to protest the destruction of the forest. To protest is when you object to something or you don't agree with something, you can protest. And those are all of our vocabulary words. If you guys have any questions, let us know.